Daniel Dubois, after your fight with Filip Hrgović, you made it pretty clear. You said, this is my era, this is my time, and now you sit here as a world champion. Like, this is it, right? This is what you wanted.
Exactly. It's been called and we've delivered, and yeah, here we are now, and gone through the next one, on to the next, and on the door of greatness.
Has it quite sunk in that you are now, you know, that was an interim title, then Usyk gave up his belt, which means you're the world champion now, defending against AJ at Wembley Stadium?
Yeah, let a few weeks go by, let a training camp kick in, and then I'll really start to feel it. But right now I found out about a couple of days or today or whatever. But yeah, it's good.
But it feels, yeah, I mean, you've got the ultimate first defence, really, haven't you, against Anthony Joshua at Wembley Stadium, September 21st. It will be sold out in there. I mean, this is, when you turned over as a pro, this is probably what you dreamed of, right?
Of course. These big nights and, you know, topping the bill with a major elite fighter and guy that's been up there for a long time, that now I feel it's the right time to knock him off that pedestal and take the throne.
So we were talking about going back, looking back. I know there has been cries over the years for someone who started so successfully in your career like yourself. People have often said about the old AJ. But since linking up with Ben Davison, I feel like we've seen a bit more aggression. I feel like you've looked so good in your last fights. Is this a new AJ?
Yeah, you can say so. You can say so, for sure. Always developing, always learning. I do look back on my old fights as well. And at the end of the day, there were different type of opponents. I was at the championship level from my 16th fight, which I could have been beating a lot lesser challenging opponents for many a years. I could have been coming into my world title years now, but I done it early. So what I'm trying to say is that when I'm fighting guys, it's hard to look unbelievable against someone that's basically on the same level as you. You know, it's world championship fights, they're 50-50s. So, but I get it. People, they expect a lot. They want to see dominance. And that's why I've always tried to, you know, stay dedicated to my craft and improve to try and separate myself.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to London. Welcome to viewers joining us across the TNT Sports and Queensberry YouTube channels. It is weigh-in day here in the capital, and it is yet another cracking show. Tomorrow evening, live on TNT Sports from 7 o'clock, we've got a bit of a banger. The middleweight main event, Denzel Bentley, former two-time British middleweight champion, takes on Derrick Osaze, the WBO International Middleweight Championship, on the line, and a very, very gripping chief support bout who we're going to see on the scales very shortly. Aloys the Animal Junior takes on Oronzo Birardi. There's a lot on the line in that one. We've got a lot of hungry fighters making their debut and a lot of hungry fighters just waiting to get on the scale. So we will begin the weigh-in process. The first contest will be 4 rounds in the super welterweight division. Please first welcome to the scales, with 21 fights to his credit, from Cali, Colombia, please welcome John Henry Mosquera. £152.9 for John Henry Mosquera. And now let's welcome to the scales his opponent, making his long-awaited professional debut. Please welcome from Maidstone, Mason Payne. £150.1 for Mason Payne. This will be 4 rounds in the super welterweight division. We'll get a face-off and some photos. Professional debut for Mason Payne. Okay, 4 rounds in the super welterweight division tomorrow evening. Our next contest, we'll welcome to the scales. We are in the cruiserweight division. Let's first please welcome from Sheffield, competing in his 23rd professional fight, Perry Howe. £202.4 for Perry Howe. And now let's welcome to the scales his opponent, with a record of 5 wins and no defeats, with 3 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Joining us from Raynham, please welcome William the Future Hamilton. £202.1 for William the Future Hamilton. This will be 6 rounds in the cruiserweight division tomorrow evening, live on TNT Sports from York Hall. Okay, 6 rounds in the cruiserweight division tomorrow evening. William the Future Hamilton and Perry Howe. Our next contest will be 4 rounds in the super featherweight division. Let's first welcome to the scales, competing in his 46th professional contest, joining us from Chinandega, Nicaragua. Please welcome Angel Gomez. 134.3 pounds. Now let's welcome to the scales, making his long-awaited professional debut, joining us from Benfleet. Please welcome Frank Word. 131.1 pounds for Frank Wood. Professional debut tomorrow evening at York Hall. Get a photo and a face-off. Remember, we'll be live from 7 o'clock tomorrow evening on TNT Sports. The main event, Denzel Bentley, Derrick Osaze, WBO International Middleweight Championship on the line. Okay, professional debut tomorrow evening for Frank Wood, 4 rounds in the super featherweight division. Our next contest is also in the super featherweight division. We will first welcome to the scales with a record of 24 wins, 18 defeats, with 8 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome from Managua, Nicaragua, Marvin Solano. £130.1 for Marvin Solano. Okay, now let's welcome to the scales his opponent. He is unbeaten with a record of 3 wins and no defeats. Please welcome from Upminster, Billy Boom Boom Adams. 132.1 for Billy Boom Boom Adams. Okay, 6 rounds in the super featherweight division tomorrow evening. Billy Boom Boom Adams against Marvin Solano. Let's now welcome to the scales our next fighters. It's 6 rounds in the super welterweight division. Let's first welcome, competing in his 15th professional contest, from Narva, Estonia, Artem Sparta. 156.2 for Artem Sparta. Now let's welcome to the scales his opponent. He is unbeaten with a record of 9 wins and no defeats, with 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Joining us from Reading, please welcome Joshua Frankham. 158.4 for Joshua Frankham. Fight number 10 for Joshua Frankham.
guys. Well done, gents. Well done.
6 rounds in the super welterweight division. Joshua Frankham and Artem Sparta. Okay, we're sticking in the super welterweight division. 8 rounds coming up tomorrow evening live on TNT Sports. Let's first welcome to the scales, with 35 fights to his credit, joining us from Colon City, Panama. Please welcome Omar Rodriguez. $158.1 for Omar Rodriguez. Now let's welcome to the scales his opponent. He is unbeaten with a record of 6 wins and no defeats, with 5 of those big wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome from Northampton, Big Ben Fan. 158.1 for Big Ben Fail. Cracking super welterweight contest tomorrow evening. Ben Fowl and Omar Rodriguez will be live on TNT Sports from 7 o'clock. That's a proper face-off, that. Brilliant fight. Super welterweight contest tomorrow evening. Ben Fowl and Omar Rodriguez. Okay, it's title fight time. The vacant WBA Continental and vacant IBO International Cruiserweight Championships will be on the line over 10 rounds. Let's first welcome to the scales. He is unbeaten with a record of 8 wins and no defeats, with 6 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Originally out of Puglia, Italy, now boxing out of Mainz, Germany. Please welcome Oronzo Birardi. 199.1 for Oronzo Birardi, who makes championship weight. Now let's welcome to the scales. He has a record of 7 wins with only 1 defeat, with each of those 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Joining us from Penge, please welcome Aloys, the Animal Junior.
Easy. Nice and still.
196.3 for Aloys, the Animal Junior. Both fighters make championship weight. The trousers and the shoes are coming on, and then we will see a face-off.
She's lit up.
Vacant WBA Continental and vacant IBO International Cruiserweight titles on the line tomorrow evening, live on TNT Sports.
Face off, boys. Thank you, well done.
A brilliant cruiserweight title fight tomorrow night, live on TNT Sports from York Hall. Aloys the Animal Junior and Oronzo Birardi. It's now time to bring to the scales our main event participants. The WBO International Middleweight Championship will be on the line over 10 rounds. Let's first welcome to the scales the challenger. With a record of 13 wins with only 1 defeat, with 3 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Originally from Peckham, now boxing out of Nottingham, please welcome the Punching Preacher. Hey. 158.1 for Derrick Osaze, who makes championship weight ahead of the WBO International Middleweight Championship on the line. Okay, now let's welcome to the scales his opponent with a record of 19 wins, 3 defeats and 1 draw, with 16 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Introducing the former 2-time British middleweight champion from Battersea, he is the reigning, defending WBO International Middleweight Champion, Denzel Bentley. 158.1 for the champion, Denzel Bentley. Both fighters make weight. Let's get a final face-off ahead of the main event tomorrow evening live on TNT Sports. WBO International Middleweight Championship will be on the line. Absolutely brilliant main event, intense face-off. That is your main event tomorrow evening at York Hall, live on TNT Sports. Denzel Bentley against Derrick Osaze. That concludes the weigh-in process. Stick with us on the stream. We're going to have a chat with the room. Remember, we'll be live from 7 o'clock tomorrow evening on TNT Sports.
Manager, 1 second. Carol's manager, step up. Okay, step on, step up.
Okay, well, we're back in the room, and I'm delighted to be in the company of Mr. Josh Frankham. How are you, mate?
All good, mate. All good. Yourself?
I'm good. It's been a while. Where you been?
Been hiding, haven't I?
Yeah,
Been hiding.
yeah.
No, it's been a few frustrating 10 months, I think, out the ring. Not my fault, but we're back now. Big performance tomorrow night, and get the ball rolling again.
It's Artem Sparta that you'll be taking on. I love his surname, by the way. I'll probably
Cool
announce him
name,
as
innit?
"This is Sparta." I'll probably say something like that. But how you feeling about this fight? You've looked at him in the eye now. Like, what are you thinking?
He was a mean motherfucker, wasn't he? Staring me in the eyes. Sorry for the language.
I
listen,
too apologise for the
sorry
language.
for the
but
language.
Yeah, carry on.
No, listen, just looking forward to it. Getting back in there, blow off some cobwebs, and get the ball rolling again. You know what I mean? It's too long to be out of the ring, 10 months. So get back in there.
That win over George Davey was that's the career best win so far, right? That was
Definitely.
the one where
Yeah.
we, I guess, you showed the world you are a bit of a player.
Yeah, he was a good fighter, George Davey, and I think he boxed last Sunday as well, so we was both out for the same amount of time. He come back with a big knockout, so fair play to him.
Yeah.
Good fighter, very good fighter, George Davey, and I think we're both going to do good things.
I noticed you got the whoop on.
The whoop,
What's
yeah.
the recovery saying today? You good?
Yeah, we're all good. I think
You're
we was
all
on
in the
green 95, all good,
That's good.
ready to go.
Sleeping enough and
Ready to
everything.
bust someone,
Yeah,
boy.
good. So presumably you think that Artem Sparta, if he was wearing a whoop, he'll probably end up in the red on
Oh,
Saturday.
definitely, yeah. Sunday morning he'll be in the red, definitely.
Look, because I've got you on, obviously you are also a fighter in your own right, fighting Frankham's, but you are also the cousin of Paris Fury and very close to Tyson as well. I want to get your thoughts on Tyson heading into this rematch, really. He's once again in that position where he's having certain quarters writing him off, saying, well, it's just going to do the same sort of thing again. But what do you think? He'll like being written off again, right?
Tyson always performs when he's the underdog. He got a big hole to dig out of now, and I think he's going to do it. Me and my brother was on about it on the way up here. I think he's going to do it and show the world what he can do. I mean, the last fight it was all going well up until the 9th, was it? 8th or the 9th?
Yeah.
It's boxing. It's boxing. Listen, fair play to Usyk, but what a lot of people don't really mention is how Tyson got through the 9th round. How did he do it? What a man he is. So it just shows what he has got. I think in December we're seeing turn Usyk over and bring the belts back home.
It's very true what you say about, people probably are overlooking how did
How
he
many
get through
how many
that?
times have you heard anyone say it?
Yeah,
You heard anyone say it? How did he get through the 9th round? No one gives him respect for that.
And then you start
And
putting
then
it
win
in
the
with
12th.
won the 12th, exactly. Then you start putting it in the context of the Wilder fight. How did he get up and things like that? It's it's pretty crazy.
Listen, fair play to Usyk because he stuck in there as well. Brilliant fighter, and I think they're two of the best. But I'm sure we'll see Tyson bring the belts back home.
Okay, well, best of luck to you,
Thank you
and
very
I'm
much.
sure there'll be belts on you before long, Josh Frankham.
Definitely. Thank you very
Good
much.
man. Oh, by the way, Ben Fowles over there. Do you think you'll ever fight him?
He's a big cunt, isn't he?
Okay,
We'll have it if we
okay.
want it, but
That was,
it is what it
yeah,
is.
That was higher pitch than I'd like, to be honest, but I had to sort of do that because I think a C-bomb was dropped. But Ben Fowle, great to see you. How are you, sir?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm very well. It's time. It's Big Ben time. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, mate. Good camp, another good camp, 2 camps back to back now down Peacocks. Feeling really good. Feeling ready.
Let's give Carl a mic as well. Hey, come on. Let's give Carl a mic.
This one working, yeah?
Come on. This is part of the deal. This is part of the deal, right? We want the Fowle twins. So how's he looking in camp then? He's got the fight this time. How's he looking to you?
He's looking unbelievable. I've taken a little back seat at the minute because I've had a little injury, so I've been able to really focus on him and watch him train. And yeah, he's looking great.
And this is a serious opponent. Actually, I was looking at his record. He's he's turned over. I think his last fight, an unbeaten guy. He'll be looking at you
Same
as
as my
another-
last guy though. My last guy was a serious opponent. He had a 100% knockout ratio. Just beat a 5-0 lad, boxed, and gave like a 15-0 lad life and death fight. Every fight's a life and death fight. So this next guy, I've got the same attitude. He's kill or be killed.
So what is it about Big Ben Fowle that's able to get these guys out of there?
It's in me, not on me, innit? I've got it in me. I'm a big puncher. I've always been that way. I've always liked to fight, but it's about picking the fights at the right time. Just so happens the last one was in the first 10 seconds.
Yeah, it was over very, very quickly. It feels like both of you now, obviously you've had the injury, but you're coming back. You've had a couple more fights than Ben as well. It feels like now you are starting to get that momentum, starting to turn heads. You know, people are talking about you a little bit more. Maybe also because of what happened with Janae Boston. That was quite interesting. But do you feel like it's coming?
Yeah, look, it was mad because he had an injury for a few years and he was out, and then I've ended up having a little injury and he's caught up now. So look, I always knew Ben was going to do this. If I probably spoke to you before and I said when he's back, I said he's going to let everybody know. I predicted knockouts every fight because that's what Ben's always done. Even as amateurs with head guards on, he's always been that dangerous fighter. And yeah, look, we've had a bit of exposure with a bit of pushing and pulling with an idiot. Yeah, but look, our fighting's going to do the talking, and that's what's going to kind of propel our career and what's going to really get us into our next stage of our career, not some idiots.
But that was the last time that you were both at York Hall, that I saw you there anyway.
Yeah.
What actually happened?
It's not much to talk about. He obviously is one of my biggest fans. He comes to watch me fight. Yeah,
Who can blame him?
Oh, no, of course not. I don't blame him. Yeah. I actually appreciate the support. I'm hoping to see him there tomorrow. The ticket will be on the door for Junaid if he wants to come down. But yeah, look, there was a bit of push and pull in, and he got dealt with, mate. What he learned that night is we're not no internet guys. One of these guys that just talk on the internet. He tried to step into me to find out what happened. So, and I'd let him know that if he tries again, the exact same outcome would happen. So I'm sure he won't try it again.
But we want to keep it professional.
Yeah,
we want to eventually. But look, Ben wants that fight. Either one of us want.
I keep hearing his manager talk about putting on a 5v5 out in Saudi. So if he really wants that, because as soon as I left that fight, I got hold of mine. I said, speak to his manager. I'll fight next. I don't mind fighting him. I'll take that fight next, but I'm not sure he will. And we never heard nothing else. So, but yeah, I've heard of his manager doing an interview the other week saying that he's looking to do it on the 5v5. So if Turkey is interested, if Eddie and Frank can put their heads together and make it happen, I'd definitely get that. Definitely take that, no problem. Ask my manager, I'd snap that up.
I hear you. I can see it as well. I can see it in both your eyes. But all eyes on Omar Rodriguez.
Focus is tomorrow. That's all jibber jabber talk, you know what I mean? But focus is tomorrow. I've got a big fight tomorrow for my first 8-rounder. First step up, I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, serious opponent Omar, and I'm looking forward to having a fight.
Since I got you both as well, obviously your man Denzel Bentley is his main event. He's kind of resurgent now. Just done Danny Dignam in a couple of rounds. How do you see the main event going? I'll come to you first, Carl.
Look, it's not an easy fight. It's a tough fight. We know his opponent as well. We've done sparring with his opponent, so he's got a good fight. But look, Denzel's number 2 in the WBO. He's been there. He's done it. He's proved what he's capable of doing on his night when he's on it. So you've got to look at Denzel, and he's touching distance from a world title fight. So yeah, look, Denzel is a big, dangerous puncher. We're in the gym with him every day. I see how hard he works. So that's our guy, man. We're rooting for him.
Do you echo that, Ben?
I echo that exact thing. Yeah, like you said, we're in the gym with him every day. He's one of the hardest workers in the gym. He gives everything every day, and yeah, I think it's going to be a Denzel show tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, just like you two, give it all, everything, every day. Best of luck to you tomorrow evening.
Thank you very much.
Ben Fowle, good to see you again. Good to
you.
see you, Carl. Drop those mics. Drop those mics. Well, they were the Fowle twins. And Ben Fowle, Big Ben Fowle, unbeaten, 6-0 with 5 knockouts, will be in action tomorrow evening on TNT Sports. Look out for that one. He's a big, big hitter. And the main event, of course, look, everyone's made weight now. The main event, Denzel Bentley, Derrick Osaze. We'll be live from 7 o'clock tomorrow evening on TNT Sports. Do not miss it. Cracking show from British boxing's spiritual home of York Hall.